Hi, you guys. I was going to say, I don't know where Brandy's at. And then, boom, just like that. There's her face right here. Let me go get Brandy. There she
There's me.
There she is. Hey, Karen. How you doing?
I brought the
Natalie's
storms
here.
here with me, so they
Who's
came
with
back
you?
with me.
Who's with you?
The storms came back with me.
No. They didn't leave here.
Oh, they just split off then.
Yeah, you just got you just took a little bit. You left a lot here. Literally, I walked out this morning to let the chicken. Well, it stormed last night a little bit. I went out to let the chickens out about noon today, and I looked up at the sky and I was like, it's pretty dark over there. A few minutes later, it just won't stop. Won't stop. Ay, ay, ay. Hi, Gail. How are you? So, who is excited to talk about this book?
I
Right?
am.
I know, right? I know you are. Hi, Mickey Joe. Mickey.
Hi, Mickey Joe. Hi, Karen and Natalie.
Send the rain to Western Canada. I would love to, Natalie. I would love to if we could. Really. I mean, look at me. I'm like, I got my hair up. I'm hot. I'm sweaty and sticky and gross and ugh. Hi, Carmela.
I've stayed inside.
It's icky here. Icky. It was so hard to stop reading, right, Marcia? I told you had to stop when you got to the shit part, but
yeah, that's all I could think. I was like, okay, as soon as I see the shit, I gotta stop.
This is where we're at. We got to stop right here, right?
And it's like a cliffhanger too. It's like,
I know, right? Mary's here. Hey, Mary.
Hey, Mary.
Bunch of our retreat friends hanging out here today. You guys, that was a blast. I'm telling you what.
Oh my God, yes. I already missed everybody.
Yeah, I know. So my first thing was I'm reading along and I'm like, where's the fairies? Like, where's the fairies? All we were reading about was, I know, Karen, right? All we kept reading about was this poor family and all their troubles and their traumas and how she's trying to take care of them and, fulfill mom's last wish, to take care of everybody. And I'm like, where's the fairies? It took a while, right? It took a while to get into the fairies. A different take on Cinderella. Huh.
See, I kind of agree with that in the beginning, but now that we're where we are, I almost feel like it's a different take on Beauty and the Beast. I mean, think about it. He got hurt. She bandaged him up. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if there's going to be a little, he was this gruff beast. He literally does turn into a beast.
She talks about the claws all the time. He has.
Yeah. And now she doesn't know she's not a reader, but yeah, he still took her into a major library and she's like, so it's like.
That is Beauty and the Beast right there, the library and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it being a combination of both because, I mean, at home, she was totally like the Cinderella part, but,
exactly.
Yeah, taking care of everybody and everybody else was, her one sister is like useless. What is up with her, right?
She's the princess, little Miss Prince. And of course she can't go back to her family because he's telling her, they're being taken care of right now. And if you leave, all that goes away.
Right. Oh, Angie, you can watch it later. We'll miss you, though.
We'll miss you.
We'll miss you. But yeah, it's very interesting. It is really kind of a combination of a couple of different, fairy tale type stories.
But I think that's what makes me love it so much. I mean, just because, like, I can see similarity, and I mean, I already knew her writing style was amazing because I love the Throne of Glass series.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, she really caught me in this, and I'm just like, I was like, I kept finding myself almost starting to read more, and I'm like, no, gotta stop at the shit. No more. I'll wait.
Yeah. Yeah. So Okay, for a while I kept getting the two guys' names mixed up. I kept mixing them up. Which one was which? Like, who's the guy that came to get her? And then who's the guy's friend? I kept getting them mixed up because the friend seemed like he was going to be a real jerk, like a complete jerk. But he's kind of not that big of a jerk. I mean, he's helping her out,
Yeah, like her. I without the book in front of me, it's hard for me to remember all the names. I know who they are, but like the woman that was taking care of her in her chambers and everything, she told her, so he might use a good woman up to.
Yeah, the lady said that. Yeah,
right. And so now, and I think he likes her moxie. He likes her spunkiness, and I still think Tamlin. Tamlin. Yeah, I think that he actually has a soft spot for her, but she's still got to come around to it.
Well, he does. I mean, he does because, he was obligated to go get her because, she killed the fairy. And then to bring her there, and he's taking care of her. She's
got opulence. Good God. I mean, she's got people giving her a bath, braiding her hair.
Right.
She's got a huge room. She's got pretty much run of the place. I'm just like you go from rags to riches kind of deal, and your family's being taken care of.
Yeah. He's making sure that
they can't lie.
Okay, so I'm going to be honest and tell you, this is the first book that I've ever read that really has the fairy culture in it like this. Oh, Angie, thank you.
Oh, that's so sweet, Angie.
You're so sweet, Angie. The first book that I've read with fairies like this in it. So I don't know a lot about, like fairies and their, culture and their ways and things like that. So this is all new for me because I'm assuming it's standard fairy,
Yes, there's, I don't know why the name has escaped me. There's a whole series that really got me into the Fae. And I think it was like something Iron. I think it was like Iron King, and it was this whole series. And yes, that whole one of the things about the Fae, like it's not like what we think as far as fairies with the wings and all that kind of stuff.
The cute little fairies that fly around.
Right. Yeah. Your Fae are basically high nobility. A lot of them, or he's high nobility, but a lot of them are nobility, and they have this whole little, I guess there's this whole culture, and I've read a whole bunch with the Fae. So this is going right along with what I'm used to reading when it comes to the Fae.
Yeah. So it's really kind of new for me because, like I said, I haven't really read anything with, but exciting. So we have learned that they have this land, this very elaborate land, which has a spring, summer, winter, fall area. And then what's the other ones? Day, night. There's something else. I wonder if it's in the front of the book here, because there's a map. You don't have the book. There's a map there.
Yeah, I don't have it. Day, night.
So yeah, there's spring, summer, autumn, winter, dawn, day, and night. Dawn, day, and night. Thank you, Karen. Yep. Yes. Dawn, day, and night. And then the 4 seasons. So each of those areas is ruled by a high fae, right? Mm-hmm. Is it more than a high fae? It's a what?
It's a lord. It's a lord.
It's a lord.
He's like the lord over that whole area.
Yeah. So she recently found out that he's not just fae. He's not even high fae, but he is the lord over spring. Right?
Exactly.
Right.
It's like, oh man, basically that's like saying you're in the presence of almost like
royalty,
or like a prince,
Yeah. Like King Charles or something in charge of England. But yeah. So, I mean, these people, the humans, okay, I'm assuming we're going to learn more about the treaty between them, probably, and how they were. The humans have basically like been shoved down into a little area. And I mean, like if you look at the map, I mean, I'll see if I can show you the map. Because the map, I mean, the mortals are way down here, right?
Right.
That's their territory. This is all fairy realm up here. And then over here is Perithian, and that's all of those lands. But then there's this little island too. This island here, which I don't know what the deal is with that island. Is that the one? Oh, I know. They talked about a different one.
Almost like the Shadow, the one that was ruled by an actual king versus breaking it up into territories. And it's not a good one. Like supposedly, like you don't see any humans, but you see their bones built his place.
So this is okay. I'm getting this now. So this is an up close. This is an up close map. This is
right.
And down here is the mortal lands. This little section down here. This over here is a zoomed out, larger
version of what you see
of this over here.
Okay.
Yeah. So like this part that we see here, all of this is over here. You see what I'm saying?
It's kind of. See, I don't get to even when I try to zoom in on my little map and my.
You're like, nope, can't tell. Can't tell what's going on there. But interesting. So, what do you think about, which one was it? It wasn't, oh gosh, see, here I go again with the names. It wasn't Tamlin. He's the
one that came and got her. He's the Lord.
So it wasn't him that told her how to go find who did she go find? That little creature, the other little fairy.
I keep wanting to say Selkie, but it's not a Selkie. That's a creature that's
it's close to that, though. It was, I'm looking. So it was Lucian, who I thought was going to be just a jerk to her. It was him that tells her how she could go find the little guy, you know? I'm calling it a little guy. I don't know. Surreal? Is that what it was, Karen? Yeah. But it's spelled Suriel, like surreal. Yeah. And that person, it's a fairy though, right? Just a different form of a fairy?
Yeah, it's a type of fairy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that fairy was the one that apparently has lots of information and will tell her stuff.
But you got to catch him just right. He knew how to, and he told her, and he knew he'd be in trouble with Tamlin for telling her how to catch it so that you can interrogate it.
Right. And so she caught it.
And didn't get the information that she was hoping for.
No, she got some information, and then, now here we go. They hear the footsteps and something's coming and let me go. And it's too late. There they are. So you must free me and run for the High Lord's manor. Stay with the High Lord and live to see everything righted. Because what's going on? This blight, right? The blight.
And this blight can come over to the human world.
Yeah. Gail says he's not very attractive. Who's not very attractive? Which one, Gail?
Maybe the cereal, but from my understanding, she finds Tamlin quite attractive.
Mm-hmm. Well, Mm-hmm.
She's just still, Well, because you have to understand, like, she has been taught and everything that, they enslaved humans, they eat humans,
right.
So she's been told this entire horror story, don't eat, which is true. One of the Fae legends is, if you end up going over into the land of the Fae and you eat or drink anything there, you will never be able to leave. Like, you'll have to stay there if you eat or drink there. And that is part of the legends. And so her mom's like, don't, and he's like, I promise you, it's,
Well, she's already staying anyhow, so.
Yeah, like you're not going anywhere anyway.
That's right. So might as well eat, because I thought it was poisoned. I thought that's what she was worried about, is that it might be poisoned or something.
No, it's just that they say that if you eat fairy food, you have to stay there and you no longer can leave.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, well, she's pretty much not going anywhere. But I mean, it was interesting that he even gave her a knife and everything, Okay, wasn't it funny when she snags the knife off the table at dinner, thinking that she's so slick and nobody's going to know that she took that butter knife or whatever?
Like, you planning on using that knife that you took? And she's like,
right.
What?
And I was just thinking, who wouldn't know that was missing? I mean, humans would know that it was missing, let alone a fairy, right?
Oh, yeah, she thought she was slick, but she's trying. I mean, but if you notice, as we're going along, she's thinking less and less about leaving and escaping.
Karen keeps typing tampon.
Oh,
Mickey, you should read it, Mickey. It's really good. It's very, very interesting. There you go, Karen. Tamlin. There you go. Oh, boy. Yeah,
and,
it's really good.
I think he thinks, oh, she's so quirky, because she thinks that he has this view of her as this lesser being, but I think he's just more intrigued. Yeah. And I don't know.
She has said, you just think of me as a dumb human. I'm illiterate. I can't read. I can't write. I don't know anything. I'm stupid, whatever. When she actually has been supporting her family and keeping her family alive for how long? A long time. So even though she can't read and write, she has learned to hunt. She has learned to take care of them. She has learned to sell, buy, all of the stuff that she was doing to take care of her family. And I mean, they're not well off. They may be barely surviving sometimes, but they are surviving,
And the fact that I think, even though it was their friend, like, they're impressed that this girl took down this Fae.
Right.
I mean, just right. And they're just, so even though it was their friend, at the same time, it's kind of like, how did you, like, what?
And I mean, seriously, she thought that the wolf looked large,
She did. It passed through her head, maybe.
There was a quick second. She was like, is this right? But then it was like, it's there. And survival, pelt, all of those things went through her head. And it was just, she really didn't have a choice at that moment to just, do what she needed to do. So, yeah, her sister did treat her that way, Karen. Her sister treated her like she was just dumb and oh my gosh, that sister's so lazy, couldn't do anything to help out that family.
No, like, I'm not chopping wood.
Right. Right.
Because she still acts like they had all the money that they used to have. That's how she's acting. And she's calling her sister, like, uncouth. Because, she is educated. Yeah. But I think that's because I think she's older. I think she's an older sister.
Yeah, I think she's the youngest, or
yeah, I think she is the youngest.
Yeah. And that's a little twist, isn't it? That the youngest child is the one that's the most responsible and taking care of everybody.
Because you've got the one sister that's very innocent, and I kind of think mentally is a little younger mentally at her age. That's how I think. And so both sisters are kind of protecting her. Like, she's not going to be able to kind of make it out there.
No.
And then you've got the one sister who is just still thinking that she's some high queen or something. And then you got Farrah, who is, okay, let's be realistic. This is what we've got to do. Like, someone's got to do something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very interesting. Yeah, the wolf wasn't very afraid of her, but I mean, I would imagine that, you know, if you encountered an actual wolf in the woods, it might not be afraid of us either if there were an actual wolf, right? Because, you know.
And if she would have had just regular arrows, if she wouldn't have had that ashwood arrow with the iron head,
she wouldn't have killed it.
She wouldn't have killed it. In fact, she would have just pissed it off.
Yeah. Yeah. And a wolf, she would have killed with whatever arrow she'd had.
Yeah, because iron is deadly. This is the first time that I've heard about ashwood concerning Fey legends, but iron is all throughout the Fey legends. They are, it's like they're allergic to it almost.
Gotcha.
That's why all of their utensils, everything is silver and whatnot. Even in the lowest of households would be, because there is no iron.
So now they're up against the Naja, who heard the cereal scream.
Yep.
And smell them.
Now they're coming. They're there.
Now they're going to catch me. So we got to go. But big 4 shadowy figures slip through the birch trees. And there they are. So now what? Now what?
Like, dadgummit.
Right? Shouldn't have stayed quite that long. Got to get in, get your intel, and get out, right?
That's right. Got it. But right. Now, I thought Lucian was going with her, so I'm confused as to where he's at. I thought he was going with her, but maybe I
didn't get that impression, because he gave her all the clues, all the tips, all the hints, how to do it on her own, gave her the knife, gave her all that stuff. So I thought, but here's my other thought, is that even though he told her how to do all that and gave her all those tips and clues and hints and everything, he's lurking. I think he's lurking. I think he's going to pop out and come to the rescue. Yeah.
Because something tells me that, unbeknownst to her, Tamlin has made it very clear that he wants her protected, and looked out for and cared for at all costs.
Right. Yep. I think so too. So I think maybe he gave her all of those tools to let her go out on her own and try it. But he's watching to make sure that everything goes okay, to make her feel like she did it. She was successful. But he's there to come to the rescue if anything goes wrong, which happens to be 4 big shadowy figures.
We're going to see. I'm telling you.
Hey, Tinker, how are you? Yeah. So we'll see if they manage to get out of it by themselves, or if, a white knight comes in to rescue them. Right.
Maybe Tamlin will come in and rescue her.
Well, he is out and about hunting again, isn't he? And he's
Although I still thought that was so sweet how she, like, instead of just letting him bleed out or everything when he came back from that other one, fighting the one thing that nobody else could kill. And that just tells you how much power that he has. And that she bound him up, and he's all like, you did pretty good at this. And she's just like, I'm like, oh, see, that just brought me to that little part, where
it's interesting, very interesting. So we'll see what happens coming up, in the future here. So yeah. Anything else anybody can think of to talk about that we kind of didn't? Any highlights? Anything important? Hey, Shawana.
Hey, Shawana.
Any other highlights we missed, or?
I do know that I don't know if that person who was now I was surprised that the mercenary was a female. But it's strange that this mercenary gave her so much more money than the others around. Like I don't know if that's still something that's gonna come back later. It felt not like just a regular meeting. I don't know how to describe that.
Well, like Natalie said, and the butcher's son is evil. So do you think we're going to get back to the people, the humans, the family, everybody that's on the other side of the wall? Do you think we're going to?
I think we may see some sort of either something like the blight starts doing something, and then she's just like, we've got to help. Or the father, I mean, if it kind of goes like Beauty and the Beast a little bit, the father gets sick and he lets her go back. I don't know. So that's like, if it's kind of following, Beauty and the Beast.
That's kind of a good point. Yeah. And then, she's working really hard to figure out how to get a letter to them, communicate with them on the other side of the wall, Yeah. She's got to learn some words and some, how to put that letter together.
She's trying.
And who offered to help her?
Tamlin.
He was going to help her write the letter. He knows she's trying to write a letter home, and he was going to help her.
Yep.
Interesting, right? I mean, I guess you can't go home, but who said you can't send a letter,
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, Dad is useless for sure. I mean, first of all, he got himself all busted up by the debt collectors, What was he doing, right? What's he doing?
Exactly.
Anyhow. Well, this time we read quite a large section because it had been a couple weeks. So
I'll tell you something. It went really fast because when I started reading it?
I know. It was just when?
Last night.
You read all that from last night until today? Wow. I read a little bit one night at the retreat. A little bit. Not much, but a little bit.
I know. It was so, yeah. Hold on. People are, I was in the airport reading it, and I was at the hotel reading it. And then when I got home, I was like, shut up. I need to see what's happening. And then I had to force myself to go, oh, wait, no, it says shit, stop. Because I was just ready to I was like.
Okay, I got an idea here.
Okay.
I know that you don't get page numbers on your phone. You're reading on your phone? Is that what you're doing? Okay. We left off on page 130, which is chapter 15. And if we go all the way through chapter 21, we get up to almost page 200. That's about 70 pages. And that's for a week. What do you think?
Yeah,
Hi, Kelly.
I think that's good. Hey, Kelly.
Okay. So through chapter 21 then. Takes up to page 197.
21.
Yep. Read chapter 21. Do not read chapter 22.
Oh, okay. So do read 21. Don't read 22. Okay,
read 21. Yep. Read 21. I have this knack for stopping in a good place. His nostrils flared as he scented me, scented every burning, raging thought that was pounding through my body, my senses. The breath rushed from him in a mighty whoosh. He growled once, and low and frustrated and vicious, before prowling away.
What we gonna get?
I don't know.
Okay. I had a little bit of a to it.
Right? Like I said, good place to stop. So read through chapter 1. Read chapter 1. Or 21, chapter 1. Yep. Chapter 21. 21.
21.
Yep. And do not read 22. So that takes us up to about 200 pages.
Once the heaving breaths have happened, heaving breaths, stop.
Yeah. Yes. Growled, low, and frustrated, and vicious. And then prowled away. No shit this time.
Yeah, no shit.
No. No. Anyhow. All right. Well, I'll see you guys next week and we'll see what happens. So that's like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's 7 chapters. Pretty good.
That's good. That's good.
All right. Sounds good to me. I had a little piece of paper I was using as a bookmark. Do you think I can find it now? No. I mean, I got 2 bookmarks, where I'm at and where I'm getting to. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right. Okay, guys. I have to go get groceries now.
Oh, okay.
Hope I don't get wet because there's more rain coming. So
ours has stopped for just a bit, but it's not done. I can tell.
Dale got home and he was going to go out and he was going to mow the lawn, and he walked out and he was like, when did it rain? And I said, oh yeah, it was sprinkling before you went outside. It was raining again. And he's like, damn, I can't mow wet grass. He said, forget it. I'm not worrying about mowing the grass. Grass can grow.
Then it's just gonna grow more with the rain.
Right. I know. Yeah. All right.
I haven't even unpacked anything. I
did that. I did that all day yesterday. Yeah.
I'll unpack later tonight.
I got it done. Well, I still got weird things sitting around the house that I'm like, what do I do with that? Where does that go? Now what? You know? That kind of stuff. All right. All right. Good night, everybody. And we'll see you next week. Okay. See ya.
Same bat channel, same bat time. Sorry. I've always wanted to say that. Okay, so